Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin and find out what cards come out and what messages come through. So we have the Knight of Wands. You do have fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius, Aries, or even a Leo. You have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. So this Four of Swords, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where there's a lot of silence. I do also feel like there could be no communication between yourself and someone else at this time. But this does feel like an energy of being able to really take time out to really put energy and focus on yourself. And I do feel like it's actually working in your favor to be able to do that. So I do feel like it is something that is also contributing, it is advantageous for you, especially on an energetic level. With the Knight of Wands, this does feel like an energy that feels like somebody who is coming in. I do feel like this does feel like an energy of really experiencing a very quick and even sudden kind of energy moving forward. I do feel like with this Knight of Wands, this does feel like someone coming in. I do feel like though, when it comes to this person, there's something inconsistent about their energy, but I definitely feel like this person desires you. There's a desire, there's strong desire and want when it comes to how they feel about you. With the Page of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of desiring to have something that is going to last long. Do you feel like something that is going to be long-term, solid, stable, and also something that is going to really be something that is also projected into the future that you have in mind. So I do feel like with this Page of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of really being open and willing to working towards something that is going to be more meaningful, long-lasting, compared to that Knight of Wands. But with this Page of Cups, this does feel like the start of a connection. I do feel like there is a lot of emotional energy here. This does also feel like infatuation. I do feel like this person has a lot of feelings towards the situation, and does feel like a sense of being in a position where their feelings and their emotions are being stirred in this connection with you. You do feel like this person is going to take action, and does feel like an energy of being in a position where they're ready to be able to actually act on those feelings. I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Four of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Queen of Swords. The bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups does feel like a pretty genuine energy, especially emotionally. I do feel like there is a sense of having a genuine emotional connection over here. It does go quite deep. I also feel like it's quite sincere. And I also feel that with the Six of Cups, this is an energy of also having some past energy affecting your connection in some way. So with this Four of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually meet somebody who is a strong potential partner. Do you feel like there's a lot of compatibility here? Do you feel like there's an ability to have this understanding that really feels like it has the potential to form something solid in your connection, especially when it comes to the foundation between the two of you? Do you feel like with this Nine of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of really being in a space where emotionally and individually you're quite content. I do feel like you're in a good space. And I do feel like when it comes to this connection, there is a sense of being in a place where you are ready to take it on. Do you feel like with this Nine of Cups, this does feel like an energy of also being able to experience what you want coming to the light in the connection. So I do feel like there is a sense of being able to have a connection that is also quite fulfilling, especially when it comes to your more emotional needs. Do you feel like this Queen of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty direct and clear energy. I do feel like when it comes to a connection, that with the Page of Cups, this does feel like you could be dealing with someone who's younger than you, or you could be dealing with someone who's older who acts younger. Do you feel like with this Queen of Swords showing up over here, this is a pretty serious energy? So a sense of being in a space of knowing what you want, and when it comes to a situation, what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to stand for. So if you feel like with this Queen of Swords showing up over here, this feels like learning from a lot of past lessons. And I do feel like coming into this connection, and even when it comes to the actions in this connection, a lot of experiences are shaping the way you're presenting yourself and even showing up in this connection. Do you feel like a lot of clarity is also very important in the communication between yourself and the person you are dealing with? So I do feel like this does feel like communication being a huge factor in this connection. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have true love. We have forgiving and learning. And we have healing family issues. So this true love card showing up over here, I do feel like when it comes to the way this person's looking at your connection, they do feel a lot of desire. I do also feel that there's something quite grounding about you. It's like you are a grounding force for this person, and even your connection is one that feels like one that is more solid, more stable. Do you feel like they do feel like there's something here with you? Do you feel like with this forgiving and learning card showing up over here, this is about being able to really learn from the past? And I'm getting a sense that there is a lot of past experiences that you have learned from, or that you are able to lean on when it comes to this connection and it's unfolding. Do you feel like with this forgiving and learning card, this does feel like learning a lot about yourself through a connection, as well as learning about someone else through this connection? I do feel like though with this forgiving and learning card, this is also about being able to move past and the energy that no longer serves you, or something from the past. I also get that with that Six of Cups. There is an energy of really dropping something that no longer serves you, or being able to move past the past in a way that allows you to be more present and show up in a way that this connection can fulfill you fully and without draining you in any way. So I do feel like this does feel like a healing moment or a healing connection. Do you feel like with healing your family issues card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually really learn a lot from, I do feel like, a certain way of looking at connections based upon the way that you were brought up, or even just upon the way parents' connections may have played out in front of you. And do you feel like this connection is also one that may feel like it is also kind of defying anything that you don't want based upon what you have seen in the past? I do feel like there is a lot of growing through this connection. And I do also feel that when it comes to being able to make peace with a family member, it's also something that's contributing to being able, this connection is also something that's contributing to being able to have clarity on that and be able to actually reach a point of being open to that. So it does feel like it's opening your heart. I do feel that when it comes to this family issues card, this does also feel like an energy of being able to get closer to somebody is family. And you also feel like somebody getting closer to your family, and that being something quite meaningful for your connection. Do you feel like with this Four of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck, this feels like a very patient energy, but I do feel like working through a moment of really being able to take time to oneself. So this does also feel like being two individuals who are choosing to come into a connection. I do feel like you have a lot of autonomy on both sides, and I do feel like that Nine of Cups, this feels like emotional contentment. Do you feel like this also allows this connection to be one that is quite compatible with that Four of Swords as well? So I do feel like with this Knight of Wands, things move forward quite quickly, but I do feel like with that Page of Pentacles, there's an intention to have something lasting, something long-term. Do you feel like you can get that with this connection, especially when it comes to being able to actually communicate those feelings? I do also feel that with the Queen of Swords, you are on the same page in some way, in that form. So I do feel like there's communication around this that's allowing for being able to actually define that more so in your connection with this person. I do feel like with that Knight of Wands, this does feel like a little bit of an inconsistent energy, but I do feel like being able to work past that. I do feel there's a sense of having A lot of potential for a strongly rooted in trust kind of connection with this Four of Wands strung up over here. So I do feel like there is an energy of being able to actually make something work with this person, and there's a desire from this person to be able to make your connection work. And I do feel like there's also a lot of enjoyable moments in this connection as well. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.